What's up you guys, and welcome back to another Reddit reading video. Today's gonna be the second video of the day. I don't know, I just got bored, I feel like recording again. We're gonna be doing the r/MaliciousCompliance, which is people conforming to the letter, but not the spirit of the request. Company policy outranks a written contract? Okay, we'll stick to the policy then. Early last year, my wife got a promotion which required moving across the state. Her company offered a very generous moving package, which was formally written up in a contract, which we had to sign and agree before promotion was official. One of the big draws was that the contract said we would pay for all closing costs and related fees for not only the sale of our previous house, but the purchase of our new house in our new city. I was a little dubious and had my wife clarify, as there are associated fees due at closing which aren't really sale fees, such as prepaid homeowners insurance for the year, taxes, HOA fees, but the contract said all fees, and the HR specialist reiterated this, so we were happy. Cut to a few months later, we're moved in, rent short term, found a new home, closed, and moved into it. The final reimbursement check comes in and it's about $1,000 short of our prepaid. I wasn't shocked, but I double checked the contract and yep, clear as day, all fees was included. So my wife reached out to the HR moving supervisor to check this, and she was pretty curtly told that we had been misled and that our company policy was only to pay closing costs themselves and all fees just meant closing cost fees. That's always been the company policy, we were told, and the contract wasn't literal on all fees. This went back and forth for a day. My wife politely escalated it and we did get a sympathetic HR director, but policy was policy, so her hands were tied. Here's the malicious compliance though. While the company policy said that we couldn't get prepaid fees reimbursed, she, the HR director, asked for all of our moving and rental receipts, as company policy does state that those would be paid. The HR director poured over all receipts and all for another day and reached back with a formal letter which said, "Sorry, company policy doesn't allow prepaid reimbursement, so you won't get your $1,000. But I did find that you weren't adequately reimbursed for your move and short-term rental per company policy, and we have submitted a claim for you for that amount." Another day later, we got a check for $5,800. We just wanted them to honor the contract, but following company policy to the letter got us another $4,800. We didn't realize we were owed, so I'd say it worked out in the end. Edit. To answer the common question about being owed the $1,000 per the contract, what we were told is that the contract we signed was supposed to have the company policy amendum, which had the definitions and all other fees is defined as excluding prepaids, insurance, etc. So someone did goof by A, not sending us that, and B, telling us that stuff was included. So while we could have hassled for that $1,000, it wouldn't be worth the time, fees, or money, especially when the company has been above and beyond for my wife on everything else. Good raises, great benefits, great boss, constantly training her on things she asked to learn, etc. We've also learned from experience that small claim court isn't always the way to go. TLDR, property manager from the rental during the move screwed us out of $1,800. Ignored our lawyers. I had to screw them by calling them out on the website since court wasn't worth it. Wow, that's good. They're up by $4,800. I would count that as a win. That HR director was a real MVP of this story. Good job. That's good on you. Let's read one more medium-sized story from r/MaliciousCompliance. I launch a complaint against my regulatory body, and all of a sudden I get an audit. I don't make it a lot of fun. I'm a paramedic. I hold a license to practice in my own home province, and we are a self-regulated profession, answering to the Province College of Paramedics. The COP sucks, and they run basically by the dreads of society who decide to become bureaucratic psychopaths. This past year, they had a problem with my CPR certificate. Apparently, being an instructor with the Red Cross was not good enough. I was forced to take heart and stroke. Such a BS and arbitrary decision. For God's sake, I teach CPR 30 times a year. Anyways, I got my card and I was able to keep my license. Since they screwed with my career, I wrote a letter to the register complaining about their screwery. The problem is I was actually suspended for non-compliance and couldn't work for 11 days. I was given 3 days notice to get a new CPR card, and our regulation closes December 31st. Of course, everyone who teaches was closed for the holidays. I didn't particularly enjoy my unpaid holiday and a written reprimand from work, so I fired off a letter. While I will admit it was highly vitriolic, I thought it was necessary to convey my displeasure since it cost me nearly 2 weeks of pay. Fast forward 6 weeks and I'm browsing through the email spam folder, just by chance looking for an email my grandmother told me she sent, and lo and behold, I found an email from the COP urgent practitioner audit. With absolute horror, I open it. I've got 2 days left to submit proof of my yearly professional development requirements. I'm aghast. They sent a single email that was filtered out by my Gmail. No calls, no follow-up. And once again, I'm risking getting my license suspended and possibly revoked. Those dirty mother effers. I think it's not enough you take $700 from me every year. Not enough you freaking suspended me without actual cause. 9 years out of the last 10, a Red Cross instructor card was sufficient. You give me an audit and I don't ensure I know about it? Well, I've got a vindictive streak in me and I rarely comes out. But today, I feel a great injustice has been done. So every year, I have to do training. Classroom or online courses to keep up my skills and knowledge. My employer provides a ton of material so I can meet my registration requirements. We have a credit system and generally you have 5 credits per hour up to maximum 40 per course. Yearly, we have to submit 90 credits to keep ourselves in good standing. My audit requires I submit scans or PDFs of certificates and of course outlines that reflect both content and hours. I've done a lot of courses this past year. I like learning, so I'm way beyond the required 90 credits. I've taken nearly 30 courses, some long, some short, some online, some in classrooms. I submit all my documents in PDF forms, certs, outlines. Dang it, I'm just so paranoid about the possibility of not sending in everything I need that I resort to taking a separate screenshot of all my digital manuals, each page saved individually of course, and scans of each page of my physical course manuals alongside my certificates. You can never be too careful, I reason. It ends up being over 500 documents and unfortunately, I don't have the luxury or time to label any of them. They get several batches of emails with PDFs named Untitled 1 through 594. Maybe it wouldn't have been so bad, but being threatened with the deadline, I didn't sort them, and there's really no logical order to their position in 500. Enjoy your day, a-hole. I'm assuredly compliant. I did get a call from the college, nice of these jerks to finally call, asked me to resubmit, but aw shucks, I'm in New Zealand for vacation visiting my grandmother nearly 10,000 kilometers from my laptop. Eat poop, college paramedics. I still work as a paramedic, and I haven't heard boo since. Gosh dang. The top comment says, haven't heard from them? Better check the spam folder. You've probably been fired for 2 years now. No, but gosh, that does suck. That's a terrible situation to be in. It sucks to be that one guy that has to sort through the 1 out of 554 files or whatever it was. I feel for that man or woman. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this Reddit readings video on r/MaliciousCompliance. I'm pretty sure this is going to be pretty short too. I just got a call from my wife. I don't know if you guys know I'm married. I'm 23, she's 20. And I told you guys a while back, maybe 3 weeks ago now, that my dog got attacked and it was brutal. It was a bad attack. She's a miniature dog and it was a big dog, slung her around and everything. She had to get surgery. Well, my wife just calls me and she tells me that she sees, this is the first time we've seen this lady. Like, we haven't heard from her. We didn't get her number. We don't know where she lives. She just called me and she was like, I see her outside. So the second part of this story sounded like I was like rushing through it. Like my heart is beating. I'm like, oh my gosh. Sorry, I need to not rant. Thank you guys so much for watching this r/MaliciousCompliance video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions for topics that you want me to cover, just let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, my lovelies.